Good evening, all in society. This is another episode. Let's get right to it. All right, share my screen and we're going to dive right into what we're discussing today. So let's first start with the market recap. Unfortunately, we took a dive today. As you can see, the S&P 500 was down just over 0.5% today to 69.26. We did not hit a new high today. The NASDAQ was down a flat 1%, down 1% to 23,471 at the close. And the Dow wasn't too bad, only down 0.09%, closed at 49,149. There's one company that is reporting tomorrow morning that may give us a boost, and that is TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. They are the maker of those oh so powerful GPUs for NVDA. They create the chips that power artificial intelligence. They have that market in a chokehold. They are really the only company that does what they do, and they report in the morning. I want to say they report around 2 a.m., maybe Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that. You might be able to, if you wake up or you're up late, you might be able to look at the futures to see how it is impacting the market. So I didn't really want to go too much into that. If you really want to dive into it, there's a few companies that stood out. Amazon was down over almost 2.5%. NVIDIA itself was down almost 1.5%. Meta just keeps diving. It is down almost 2.5% today. I still have faith that that company is going to bounce back and the shares will be much higher at the end of the year. And last but not least, I did want to go over Googl. They were down, and we'll talk about them in just one moment. They were down, almost closed the day flat. So it was nice to see that bounce, at least in Googl today. All right, let's get over to what I wanted to discuss and what I wanted to share today. So I was pretty busy. So previously I had an Amazon. I have two different Amazon options. They were both out until June. I sold one of them either yesterday or the day before yesterday, earlier this week. And then today I held on as long as I could. I really wanted to hold on to this contract. But last thing I want to do is let a contract that is green turn red. So I actually closed this one out. Only up $95 on this one. It was up probably close to $600 to $800 at one point earlier this week. So that was definitely disappointing to see it dip as much as it did today. But we do have some capital on the side now with the profits that we made from the other Amazon play to enter a contract and much farther out. I had these till June. I would like to have something towards the end of the year or maybe like August or September. Once Amazon has some more momentum behind it. That's really what I'm after when I'm trading the options, is capturing that momentum. And momentum is fading. If our contract's up, if I just have one single contract, I'm out of it. If I have multiple contracts, say if I had two, I'll sell half, let the other one ride, and so on and so forth. But in this case, I only had that last soldier left, so I just got rid of it, and we'll just sit patiently. We have quite a bit of cash on hand to take advantage in the future when we do have some momentum and things are going well for the market. It's kind of tough right now because the S&P 500 keeps hitting new highs, and typically when it hits new highs, it's going to sell off. People are going to take profits, and that can bring down those big boys in the S&P 500, like your Amazon, your Google, your Apple, your Microsoft, your NVIDIAs. So just be mindful of that. If you're wondering, why does it keep going down? Why does it keep going down? If you're in those individual companies, maybe you should take a look at the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ as well and see how it is performing. Before I go any bit further, if you want to join a really cool community, it's all in society. The link is in the description of this video. You can join us. We have a free membership where I share a lot of news throughout the day. You can follow me on Threads as well. That is in the description as well. And then if you really want to get busy with us, if you're interested in how I built my AI trading agent that really helped me get in and out of trades, gives me targets and hard stops when momentum is gone, when to exit the trade, rather than just kind of hoping and praying things are going to go up or they don't fall down to the point where your options in the red. Definitely check out that paid membership in the Patreon. The AI tool with Google Gemini that I created, it works wonders for me. So definitely, we would love to have you in the group. Moving forward, two more things to share. So I did jump in a Googl put yesterday. If you follow me on Threads, I said yesterday morning, Googl was looking pretty extended. Its RSI was above 70. And typically when your RSI is above 70, that means overbought. Now it can stay in that area for a little bit, maybe a couple weeks or so until it starts trending lower. But all of my indicators aligned and I thought it was a high probability trade. So I jumped into it yesterday at the close yesterday. And today I showed you Google was flat, but I did catch it. It fell to my price target. It bounced off of it, went back higher. Then it fell to my price target again. I said, no, I'm not going to let this get away. So I ended up executing and made a little bit of profit before Google turned back around and pretty much ended flat for the day. So that was the power of the AI agent that I created as well. It gives me the targets. And, I was just asking questions throughout the day. What's Google looking like? What are the indicators looking like? And I ended up exiting that trade with profit. And then the last contract I wanted to share, I did enter a gold put as well. Now I entered this trade yesterday, and before the day closed, it was up 4%. And then overnight, gold kind of shot up close to 1%, very close to where my hard stop target was to get out. Now I did fight back. It was down only $100 or so. This one is down. It was actually close to down 240. It was down to just negative $100. It wasn't positive at all today. This trade wasn't. Like I said, it was positive by 4% into the day yesterday. Hindsight, I should have closed it then. It fought back. Gold fought back. I don't believe it ended anywhere near positive today. I could be wrong. We can look at it real quick, but I'm pretty sure it did not. GLD. Oh yeah, it was up 1% today. Oh yeah, of course it was up today because I said this contract went negative. But 1% is not bad. It's actually fell from the area that I sold it. But the good thing about this one was I have a long gold call still. So this is really just a hedge. I wanted to hold on to that contract, and then I saw kind of the similar setup as the Googl. It was overextended, and so I decided to go the opposite way and kind of hedge my bet and kind of make sure if it was going to do a free fall that I was going to capitalize on that while holding my other contract, because that one's out till I want to say July. So even though this one was down, I was up on that gold contract probably more than I was down on this one. So it kind of evened out, and sometimes they don't go your way, or I should have just exited out of it when I was up that measly 4% into the day yesterday. But that's pretty much it. I did enter a trade today to kind of capitalize on that TSM earnings, because I think it's going to be a good earnings. Now, just because it's a good earnings does not mean that the share prices are going to move higher. TSM is going to be has been on a tear the past few weeks leading into earnings. It was nice to see it fall down a little bit today, and maybe that is fallen enough for it to get a nice little bump up. I want to say the options are pricing in a 5% move either one way or the other. More than likely, I would suspect, obviously I don't have a crystal ball, but I would imagine it's going to move higher. Cross my fingers. Doesn't mean it's going to go up 5%, but I would like to see anything positive would be nice. But if you want to see what trade we jumped in, you're going to have to join the Patreon. That is the only way that you see my trades in real time. And that's the only way I really give out my plays, unless I'm being very generous or we exit the trades like we did today. So if you enjoy this video, if you're interested in those AI agents, make sure you join the Patreon.